All right, let's get started. 9CP. You can see I'm in my classroom. Yay! Ah, it misses you. I just got so sick of working in my house. I was going crazy. I don't think I left my house in like 15 days. So I came up to school to get some things and to do some work to see a new scenery that I haven't gotten to see in a long time. So let's talk through this free choice book project that we're starting this week. So if you remember, a million years ago when we were actually in school, we had all picked different books for our first chapter Friday, and I made sure that each of you took one home with you over our break so that you would have something for just kind of free reading, something individual just for you. So that's the book that we're going to be reading this week. So for purposes, I have two here that I'm looking at. This is called 13 Moons by Charles Frazier. And I haven't read it before, but I think I might pick it up next. Or The Pig Man by Paul Zindel, which these are totally different books. I don't really know what I'm going to read next, but either of these will work for just like demonstration purposes on what to do and how to start this project. So if you go to RenWeb, you'll see that one of the things we need to do every day is read. Just read for 20 to 25 minutes. Now, I didn't tell you how many pages to read. I'm just asking that you read for 20 to 25 minutes each day. You can split that up into two pieces. You can set a timer and read for 25 minutes in a row. But if you struggle reading on your own, then do it just like we do in class on Fridays, where we pick up our book, I set a timer for 10 minutes, and then we just read until the timer goes off. All right, so that's part one of this project, is that you're just going to read the book that you chose for 25 minutes each day. Now, if you start to read your book and you decide that you really don't want to read it, you want to pick something else, maybe you have something on your shelf at home that you would rather read, that's fine. You can switch books. But I would make that decision in the next day or two, because we're going to be spending 2 whole weeks doing this book project. So you don't want to wait until the last minute to make that change. All right, just let me know if you want to change your books, and that's totally fine. So I've spent some time reading my book. I've gotten a few pages into it. You know, maybe after 2 days of reading, I'm 30 pages into it, maybe 40. So now we're going to talk about our free choice book activities. Yep, there they are. So we're going to write 2 reading journals this week, okay? Regardless of what book you're reading, you're writing 2 responses. You need to pick one from the early chapters, that's on the first page, and one from the middle chapters, okay? So I know there are a lot of options. There are a lot of different prompts on here that you could choose to write about. You just need to pick one, just one from each section, and then focus in on that prompt. Now, the other thing that I want you to notice is that on this handout, which, by the way, this was linked in your RenWeb, there is a link to this document that you can open on your laptop. You can print it out. You can write on it. You have this in your interwebs, so check for it. The other thing that I want you to notice is that there is a section for the people who are reading a fiction novel or a memoir. All right, if you're reading a made-up story, or even a nonfiction book like an autobiography or the story of a person's life, you need to use the prompts from this section of each prompt, okay? Now, if you're reading a nonfiction book, maybe like a Bible study book or 100 Things to Know About the Ohio State Buckeyes, you need to make sure that you choose the nonfiction prompts, okay? Because you can't really write about a character's like conflicts or their motivations if it's a nonfiction book, all right? So these prompts matter. You need to make sure that you're picking from the correct one. So you're reading every day. You have 2 prompts that you're going to write about, and then by Friday, we should hopefully be about halfway through our book, okay? So here's the deal. We're going to be spending 2 weeks on reading this book. 2 weeks on reading this book. So if you don't get halfway through your book this week, that's fine, but you'll have a little bit more reading to do next week when we finish the project. If, on the other hand, you're on a roll, you're so excited, and you just like read, and finish your book, that's fine. You're going to have a much lighter week next week with just a few writing assignments and less reading. Okay? So with that in mind, you need to make sure that you're doing the reading that you should be doing every day to keep yourself on track to finish that book for next Friday. So, we have reviewed the assignment. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you go into RenWeb and you look up the documents that I have linked to your lesson plans and your assignments. There's also a stay-home bingo sheet there that can earn you some prizes, some extra points. So download that, see what you can do, see if you've already done anything on the bingo sheet, and email me with any questions about the project. Okay? I can't wait to see you. I hope it happens soon. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay healthy.